And we're back with another anime, Undead Anime Chronicle things. I don't know what I'm really calling it. I think I have like one episode because college. Anyway, I watched Suzume, day one. Really cool. It opened the 14th and I watched the 13th. So I'm here to give you some opinions on it, cover a few really high HD 17420K quality, crisp details on the movie. So, and again, this is my opinion. This is not like everyone, and I'm also not like a professional movie critic. So I'm sorry that my opinion's probably gonna be a little tiny whack. But hey, I'm an anime hat, and I got a ladybug. Now for this episode, we swap it out to crab. I have a crab this episode. Let's get into the different parts now. So I think I'm gonna start rate when I do stuff like this. I'm gonna rate on 5 key parts: characters, the world, right? Especially as someone who really likes One Piece, the world building, animation, plot, and then 5th, anime nonsense. So let's get straight into the first one: characters. I'm gonna start talking about the characters, but probably should have said this before. Spoilers are ahead. Okay, that was enough time to watch the movie, right? I don't care. We got 3 main characters, I guess. We have Suzume, main character. Yeah, pretty obvious. It is her movie. We have Sota, who I don't know what he is. For most of the movie, he's a chair, but he's also a human, but he's also a closer. So in the family, he closes doors. And then we got a nice cat called Dijon. Yeah, characters are pretty swag. There is some development with Suzume. Throughout we kind of like realize that she's kind of not scared of dying, and throughout we do kind of learn why that is. Dynamic. She is a junior in high school. He is about to graduate college, and he's a chair, and she's younger but also human, so he can't really do much, like, I don't know, closing a door because he's a 3-legged chair, not a stool. He's a normal chair but only has 3 legs. Anime, you just gotta throw some logic out. I think it's a pretty interesting power concept. It's not my favorite, but I do think it's kind of cool to see the growth and connection between the two as they get closer and closer together, and she kind of just bonds with him, but also trusts him more throughout the movie.
The world.
Sorry, it's not JoJo. The world is gorgeous. We see 2 different types of worlds. We see the overworld, Earth. So we see different parts of Japan, including Tokyo. Always love seeing that type of stuff, especially in anime, just how vibrant and colorful it is. And then we see the ever after, which is the afterlife, and that's kind of what she sees through the door. And it's like space. Like, imagine like 500 years ago, luscious flower fields and stuff. That's kind of what it looks like. Like, it's completely clear skies, stars everywhere. And there's also this one woman and child that we see throughout, and we learn that later, but I'm going to cover that in the plot part. But it just was, and then it's also really cool to see the evil part. So at the end of the movie, we go into the ever after, and it's tormented by this worm demon thing, which I don't really understand what it is. And it's just really cool to see this like post-apocalyptic world, completely struck by sorrow and loneliness, and it just is covered in lava pretty much. But when we go there to get Sota, he's in ice. I don't understand, but whatever. But the animation quality, it's pretty mediocre. It's just a small, really high HD 17420K quality, crisp detail. That's a joke if you don't get it. You know, movies are in 24 FPS and it's 26. Ha! It's always funnier when you explain the joke. I know. Top tier comedy, right? Here, that's why you're here. No, it's crisp, it's smooth, it's fluid, and I just absolutely love movies like that. The amount of detail, like when there's water and rain, whenever they close a door, the worm disappears and just rains, and just how smooth and fluid the water and everything is, the mud, everything like that. The clothes, she wears a skirt for most of the time, and sometimes that can be a little janky, but it's just so fluid and natural. That's the other thing, not just fluid like smooth, but it also feels very natural, like realistic. And when this guy, can't remember his name, the guy that's made Your Name, Weathering with You, and Suzume, all of the movies are like this, and it's freaking fantastic, and I just want more. One of my favorite movies from last year was Bubble, which I saw on Netflix, and I think it's underrated. I think it's pretty good. Story-wise, it's kind of mediocre, but animation-wise, and this reminds me a lot of that, and I absolutely love that art style, specifically for movies. I don't know how I would feel about that as a full show, but like when you're watching a movie, it's just like when you watch a movie versus a show, and it just has this much level of CGI, or something like a Marvel movie versus like She-Hulk. It's just that much higher, and that's just what this art style feels like. The meat of it. No, I'm not Luffy. I do not have an obsession with meat. The plot. Confusing? Good? Simple? All of that. So it gets pretty, from the trailer, I thought it was gonna be pretty simple. This cat is evil and trying to open the door, and we close the door at the amusement park. Surprise, it's not that simple. The cat's opening multiple doors, and we constantly have to stop it. It's at a middle school, it's at an amusement park, and the cat keeps opening doors. But he's not? John's not. We're trying to chase this cat throughout the entire time to turn Shota into a human, not a chair, so they can actually kiss, you know, because it's anime, they gotta have a happy ending and kiss. Instead, we chase this cat all across Japan, and I don't know. The cat eventually turns good, but before that we meet another cat. So the cat just wants Suzume to be happy, and then they are not happy because she just lost everything. So the cat like loses its energy. I guess got the energy from the love of Suzume, and then Suzume goes talk to Sota's grandpa or something, who is in a hospital, and then we apparently meet another cat who possesses Suzume's aunt, who tells her she hates her life now that Suzume took her away because Suzume lost her mother, and it's cool. So then evil cat, right, turning them have a huge fight, but surprise, the evil cat then takes up the small cat. The small cat that we're chasing throughout the movie is a small white cat, but also took Suzume in and turned into this big ball of fluff, sure, and then the cat is now a huge, really, really big black cat. And they just cuddle, and then we're going on this big old road trip to save Shota, and then surprise, they're the gods that we've been praying to the entire time for wisdom and power. And so the small little kitty cat, John, which I learned to be amazing and my favorite character in the movie, he's adorable and also talks, so cute little tiny cat, anime, talking in an adorable voice, peak character for me, okay? Don't. But then the other cat turns huge and fights the giant worm. The cat that just tried to break up Suzume and her aunt. So both cats are good. They're the posts that are trapping the worm. And then the thing that I really don't understand, this has apparently happened multiple times, right? These guideposts change location based on big events in history. So they defeated the worm, and I don't know if that just happens that's what changes the posts, and every 100 years it just changes because something happens, or did they defeat it, like full on defeat it? Because it like shriveled up and turned into like hills. So is it dead? I don't know. And then obviously we leave, she like graduates or something, and then she's riding her bike, and bro, Sota's there again. It's just like the beginning of the movie, Heavily Ever After. The end. But it's not the end, because I gotta cover the crazy anime logic, because it's anime. So I figured just throw in some of my fun, crazy points. Throughout the first part of the movie, when she's traveling with a chair, she just hops in with everyone. Now, I don't know Japanese culture to the fullest, but I know in America, she meets a random high school girl in a different area. It's not even like me going to a different state and meeting another junior, senior, if I was in high school, me helping them catch oranges, and then they introduce me to their parents, and I stay the night. All on the same day. After being super dirty and muddy, because I just went to go stop a giant worm that only I can see, and is about to cause an earthquake. That's also weird, but just like that. And then she wants to go get on a bus to go to a different area. Well, then the bus isn't going to be there for like another 6 hours. So there's this older woman with 2 kids in the back of the car who picks her up, offers to drive her. Then they go to her place. She babysits. Suzume babysits. Then after they go to bed, Suzume comes down, and apparently it's like one of those bars that the woman like hanging out with the guys. And again, Suzume is the high schooler. I just met these people today after saving the world, and just like, yeah, I have a fancy talking AI chair. Okay. Again, in America, that's not happening. Maybe in Japan, I don't know, but like, I feel like nobody should be that friendly anywhere. I'm sorry, that's the world we live in, and that kind of just blew my mind. Explosions. What other crazy anime stuff happened other than, I don't know, the cats blowing up and being evil? But not evil. Kind of weird. Oh yeah, when she woke up after defeating the worm gigantically and Sota going into Ever After, she wakes up down below in like the catacombs with this ancient door that she then locks from like 200 years ago or something, like the Keto period or something from Demon Slayer, and then she just walks out a door, and now she's on one of those tunnels, like on the highway or something, like the tunnel underground. She just walks out there, and I want to know how that entire thing got there. There's just a door to this place, and no one has explored that. Like, how is that open and not explored? I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of stupid, but I don't know. Could someone explain in the comments, please? Like, is that just a normal thing around the world? And then, finally, the most confusing part. Just any door can just have a worm pop out of it. We started with this door in the ruins near Suzume's hometown, her current town where she's living. And then it's middle school, right? Middle school door. And then she's gotta like remember the memories of everyone being like, yo, what's up? What's up, Bob? Yo, what's up, Dave? Yo, whoa, let's go hang out. And then we go to a Ferris wheel. And then the Ferris wheel's moving, so she's trying to close this Ferris wheel door while the Ferris wheel is moving. And then it's just kind of weird. And then at the end, we find her childhood door or something that she originally got lost in when she was a kid, and it's just on the ground, and she just pops that thing open and yada yeet. I'm now in the afterlife. Oh, by the way, bye Sota's bestie, who drove me, like, across the entire country. Peace out. I'm gonna go in this other dimension with these two cats and fight this gigantic worm and go bring my chair back. That's anime logic 101. All in all, though, I absolutely loved it. It was enjoyable. I did see it with a friend, which is nice because normally I've been watching movies alone because I like watching movies, and not everyone does. Everyone likes waiting for them to come to streaming services. So for characters, out of 10, I'm not sure if I'd give it a 6. They're kind of mediocre characters. They're better than others, but there's not that much growth. The world, pretty solid. I'd have to say like a solid 7, right? It's good. It's not fantastic. It is just Japan, but like the ever after and everything, it's really cool than just starting with Japan again. Animation, that's what I really like about it. I can't give it a full-on 10 because I feel like you can never. I'm just kidding. 10. This is my favorite art style in all of anime. I'm giving it a 10. Plot. Interestingly enough, I'm gonna give it an 8.5. Solid. Again, confusing parts, but I also like stuff like Doctor Who. If you see that little poster over there, I like Doctor Who, and that's confusing. So I like confusing. And then finally, crazy anime logic, doors, and weird cats. So I'm gonna have to give it a 9. So what's the average? Okay, just quickly did the math. That's about an 8.1 out of 10. Which I think like is a very solid choice. Again, this is just my opinion, this is what I feel like. Some people are probably, bro, there's no anime logic. Like, bro, this just happened to me yesterday. And I'm like, okay, power to you, brother. Power to you. I respect that. But for me, those are my rankings on the animation and everything. And if you think of it differently or agree, let me know in the comments down below. And with that, thank you all for listening to my review on Suzume. And if you haven't watched it and you just don't care about spoilers and you still watch reviews, go watch it. I highly recommend it. I did watch it day 1. It should still be out for a while yet because I'm recording this on Monday and it came out on Friday, like officially. So you should have plenty of time. And it was a fantastic movie. Like I said, 8.1. If that's like percentages, that's like a solid B. And B's are good. B's are good. So with that, peace out.